For Under the Bucket with the Winkler Flyers, Mike Svenson with us this morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We're excited to have you here. And first off, we noticed a bit of a shiner that you walked in with this morning. Can you tell us a story of when that happened?
Yeah, it was yesterday morning. We had our our practice. I was doing a drill against Trent Sambrook and kind of poked the puck off him and went down on a breakaway. And then I was off balance and he kind of gave me a little shove and then I went face first into a post and now I got 7 stitches above my eye.
There we go. And so when that happens at a practice before a game, do you take that as a good omen or like a bad omen, or how does it feel?
I think it's a good omen. I mean, that means that Trent didn't give up and he wasn't going to take he didn't want me to score. And I did. So
yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and it was.
Yeah, if he's willing to do that to you, imagine what he'll do to the Freeze this weekend,
exactly,
right?
Exactly, perfect. Yeah.
And so, stitches. We were looking into your past a little bit, Mike, and we heard when you were younger, stitches were kind of something that you weren't excited about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, growing up, I was very clumsy. I mean, how many times did I get stitches? I got stitches 3 times on my chin. Couple times, 2 or 3 times on my head, and then got stitched on my other eye. So that's 3, 6, 7. This is my 8th time getting stitches. So no, growing up, I hated it. It was terrifying. Oh, my mom used to make fun of me and tease me and be like, even when I just hit my head when I'm playing mini sticks with my brother, I'd like hit my head and I'd be crying, and she's like, "Oh, you have to get stitches now," and I'm like, "Oh no!" And I start bawling, and then she's like, "Oh, just go look in the mirror. It's so bad." I go look in the mirror, and it's like nothing's there. She just starts laughing. I just go to my room and then close the door and just go to bed.
So even your mom giving you a hard time about it.
Yeah.
And so all those stitches, all those things will all happen over in Île-des-Chênes. Can you talk about the difference between Île-des-Chênes and being right here in the Winkler area?
Île-des-Chênes a little smaller, but everyone in Île-des-Chênes kind of knows each other. I guess it's kind of how it is in Winkler too. I mean, it's a lot of similarities. It's both hockey towns. A lot of people come out and support games out in Île-des-Chênes, whether that be junior C or just minor hockey and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities between Winkler and Île-des-Chênes.
Awesome. And so you are here in the Winkler area, and you said you're billeting up over in Roland, and you were telling us about the first time you pulled up to Roland and saw that orange pumpkin right at the entrance.
Yeah, I just didn't know what it meant. I was like, why? Like, why? Is that like a decoration or like what's going on? And then my billet mom said it was like one of the biggest pumpkins ever or something like that, and I was just like, I have to see it. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, they take their pumpkins seriously there. They got a pumpkin fest and everything there every single year.
Yeah, apparently, my billet mom grows pumpkins, I think, but what do I know?
And so billeting over in Roland with those billet parents, and you got a billet brother there as well. How's that going for you?
It's awesome. I mean, there's me, billet dad, billet mom, billet sister, and then billet brother, who's also on the Flyers. And it's been amazing. I mean, I've never had a sister. I've had a brother, but they're both older, and it's kind of the same relationship we got. And the parents have been amazing, and we got 2 cats that are pretty cool as well. So yeah, it's all a pretty great environment, and I really enjoy it. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you're talking about having a brother, and you do play on the Winkler Flyers with your brother. Can you talk about what it's like being on the team?
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, when family comes out, it's always good for them to see both of us play on the same team, especially this being his last year of junior hockey. It's kind of a dream come true to play with him this will be kind of the second year, I guess. But it's kind of a dream come true watching him grow up and play, and kind of always wanting to, always trying to strive to be like him, and now to play on the same team as him and sometimes play on the same line as him and stuff like that. It's a really cool sight. And we're not as bad as we used to be last year. I mean, last year we used to go at each other in practice, and I'd try and hit him, but the guys was a lot bigger than me at the time, but not anymore. I can take him now. So it's it's been good.
You better be careful. You might take that as a challenge.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
Awesome. And speaking of being ready, tomorrow night a game right here at the Centennial Arena. Can you talk about what we can expect? Winkler Flyers against the Freeze.
I think the boys will just come out flying. I mean, we've had a good week of practice. We've played these guys a bunch of times, and we know what they can bring, and we know what we can bring, and we've brought it to them in the past. And it's just about sticking to the recipe and doing all the little things right, and stick to the game plan, and we'll be all right.
Sounds good, Mike. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was awesome.